Hey, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Quarbit, and welcome back for another 1.30 Emperor update video. First of all, the release date will be on the 9th of June, so if you were here to learn that, then you're free to go. Now, you're probably wondering, didn't you already talk about Burgundy in this video? Well, true, I did talk about the map changes and briefly mentioned the changes to the Burgundian Inheritance, but we received some new information in May 5th's dev diary that the Discord wanted me to cover according to the poll. So, let's briefly go over the mission tree for Burgundy and clarify the details surrounding the Burgundian Inheritance rework. Let's start off with the reworked mission tree, which will also be exclusive for Emperor owners. The leftmost branch has you conquering Savoy and Provence just as you would before 1.30. However, now we have missions to invade Italy, granting you minus 5% idea cost and plus 10% institution spread for the rest of your campaign should you accomplish the goal. The second branch has you focus on the integration and suppression of the Dutch miners. The Dutch revolts will challenge your hold on the region, but should you crush them or make amends, you'll be able to complete the Secure the Lowlands mission. Domineering the English Channel will grant you a permanent bonus to your trade efficiency and trade steering. The third branch is incredibly powerful if you play the cards right and early enough. After securing an alliance with England, you can improve relations with the French duchies, granting them 50% liberty desire. After the ensuing wars, if you happen to hold 17 or more French provinces, including Paris, and are stronger than France in number, then the French duchies get transferred to you, and you receive claims over the whole of France. As a side note, we don't have any reason to believe that the French duchies will be annexed if you transfer them to yourself, so you have to make sure you have enough available relationship slots before you take a decision like this. The fourth branch will somehow just let you start a new crusade. You must wisely pick your allies to include 2 rivals of the Ottomans, or have one who is also a great power. Upon completion, all Catholic countries with a positive opinion of Burgundy and a negative opinion of the Ottomans will receive a Holy War CB against the Ottomans for 5 years, meaning this should be done before the Reformation for the best effects. The fifth branch has no description, but has to do with the reworked Burgundian Inheritance. This specific path of the many possible outcomes has you join the HRE. It's possible you can join through normal means, of course, so you don't have to pick one of these outcomes during the Burgundian Inheritance. The rest are relatively self-explanatory, with what we can only assume to be expansion paths into the HRE and stealing the title of Emperor for yourself. There's a hidden 6th branch as well. Holding only 2 missions, these ones are a complete mystery, with no details and with rather unclear objectives. Now, you've probably already noticed that the flag in the mission tree is not Burgundy's at all. This is because Lotharingia is a new farmable nation with its own set of ideas. We can only guess what the ideas will be based on the icons we see. Lotharingian traditions are 25% higher max manpower and 10% infantry combat ability, and the ideas are as follows: prestige decay, morale of armies, what I think is global trade power, idea cost reduction, yearly prestige, an extra missionary, and core cost reduction. Now, the part you've certainly been waiting for, let's talk about the Burgundian Inheritance in much needed detail. One of the biggest changes is that Burgundy is not immediately inherited anymore, but is instead put into a personal union under the inheritor in most cases. We also have reason to believe that Burgundy will immediately inherit its personal unions over the Dutch miners during those cases. And Burgundy itself only temporarily remains in a personal union until the death of Marie. Unlike before, a player Burgundy will also be affected by the event. As you can see, there are many paths to choose from, so let's go down the list one by one. Marie, the successor to Charles de Bourgogne, can choose to walk her own path and remain independent. This will likely enrage the Emperor and France, and will likely not end well for Burgundy. Marie can also choose to go with the Emperor, from which the possibilities diverge. Choosing this option will start an imperial incident, where the Emperor must choose what to do with this sudden inheritance. The Emperor can decide to keep the personal union and concede nothing to France. This will likely lead to war since France gets free cores on all of Burgundy. On the other end, the Emperor can choose to give France the French lands, and then simply keep the personal union. The final one, and my personal favorite, is the option where the Emperor says, "Screw off France, this is clearly rightful imperial land," and balkanizes Burgundy into little imperial princes. The next two options are basically the same, where Burgundy can choose to go with a particularly strong royal marriage, or with France. In this case, it means that Castile is no longer granted the free chance in getting the inheritance. But instead, that option is replaced by whoever is chosen by certain factors. We don't know if these have changed at all, so I'm gonna have to go file diving once I get my hands on the DLC. In both of these cases, a personal union is formed with whoever is chosen, but this will also annoy the Emperor. The Emperor may demand imperial territory from the Overlord, who can decide to concede the territory or to keep it. The Emperor can also decide the entire marriage is illegitimate and can receive a forced union CB over Burgundy. Well, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the slightly shorter video, and next time we'll cover either the changes to religion or the new mission trees for Germany and the HRE. Leaving a like would help to get more people to see this video, and subscribing would make sure that you don't miss the next one. This is Quarbit signing off, and as always, have a fantastic day. I'd like to give a quick thank you for the following patrons for the month of May. In the $1 tier we have Quiet Guy, Quagersol, Farron, DLNM, and TFLJ Martis. In the $3 tier we have Ben Greenhagen. In the $5 tier we have Justinian. In the $10 tier Natsuki. And in the $20 tier Chewy Shoot. Thank you guys so much for your pledges, it means a lot to me, and you're really helping to move this channel forward. Again, I cannot possibly thank you enough.